as he's brought down up near midfield.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Second down, McNabb. It's caught outright by Graham. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough, swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here's Elliott, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. To throw on second, McNabb. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's McNabb. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 13 yards on the pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
They definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. 1st and goal here from the 9. Gives it to the up back. That's Patrick DeMarco. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Back to throw. That's caught at the 1. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They'll run. It's the fullback DeMarco. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Patrick DeMarco taking it in. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt. They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 2. And he is not going to reach the goal line. A courageous call to try for 2, but they will remain down by a point. So no question here, down by a score late. They're going to try the onside kick. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And here now the offense heading back out there. They're up by 1. They have the football. The key here, just don't do anything silly, right, Charles?
That's exactly right. You know, all the admonitions as they ran out there. Take care of the ball. Secure everything. Be tight in everything that you do. No let up. No crazy plays, and they can go home with a victory.
Let's see here if they can do all those things and hang on to this victory. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to... Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They bring their punter out there now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The defense working their way back out now onto their home turf. And everything's going to rest on this drive. Can they keep them out of field goal range, because a field goal would win it?
So now you're in that position of you can't just back off and give them easy throws. At the same time, you don't want to press them so hard they go over the top and beat you deep. So you're playing a tight defense with an idea that you have the lead. Whatever you do, don't let them in the field goal range and give that up.
So maybe tight but not too tight.
Exactly. I mean, it's perfect, right? It's kind of like lacing up your shoes. Get it exactly right and no more. See
if they lace them right. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. He's back to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really... Out of the gun, McNabb. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And let's not take for granted, in these conditions, that's never an easy pass and catch.
You really got to find a way to drive the ball. You know, get your grip, You know, that's why we see some of the guys now, they'll put the gloves on when they throw the ball in this type of a condition. Sometimes the glove might make it too slippery. So you got to figure out what's going to work for you. But how about the receivers? Looking back and trying to locate the ball coming through snow and making sure they have full concentration. That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
Second down, McNabb. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And Jeffrey's got it. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
To throw, McNabb escaping the pressure right. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On third and short, the fullback DeMarco. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Third and inches, they just handed to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
On the give, this is their fullback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. On second down, Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. 2nd and goal to go now. They're going to run this with a tight end. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Love the excitement we've got going here. They just scored the touchdown. They're down by 1. How much fun is it now to figure out the possibilities? Just the extra point and tie it. Go for 2 if they're really feeling in a gambling move. What do you do in this situation?
I think you kick the PAT.
Yeah, I do too. Kick it, get my defense ready, and try and stop them one more time.
And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come up in an offset eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. And another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, here we go.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down. First down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
To throw on second, McNabb firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
He's got some space. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
From the gun, here's McNabb. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Now McNabb, flush to his right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, And that'll lead here to a third down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Out of the gun, McNabb. That's caught at the 3. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They give it off here to the tight end. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Come on, let's go.
He'll look to throw, and it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. So they're able to get the 6, but they cannot get in on the 2-point conversion.
I know there's some time on the clock, but I still think you kick the extra point there and don't go for 2 and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time, why not just take the 1 and even the score?
And then that way, no matter what, at least you know what you're dealing with now. It's a whole different strategy. You got to decide whether you're going to onside kick or just try and play defense and get the ball back.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And
now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is going to loot. And another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So in a game that's been full of twists and turns, here's another with time winding down.
And now, as you say, time's obviously a huge factor. But all you're looking for now is 3. So 1 big play, maybe a penalty, and you might get that shot after all.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 23 yards on the play.
Now that has to be fun for a head coach to watch. They've been working on clock management since the first day they went to camp. And guess what? It all came together there. A team that understood the situation, got out of bounds, and stopped the clock.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Still trying to digest the final moments of the game. What a fantastic drive to win it.
To see the winning team execute, stay calm and in the moment, and get it done, it really was a thing of beauty to conclude this game.
The light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air.